Okay, it's been a week on the training ground leading up to this game against Hartlepool United on Saturday. What are you focusing on to try and get that 3 points?
Yeah, obviously we want to go one better than where we've been. We're frustrated with the draws that we've had. We understand that in a lot of those games we've had a solid base, we've been competitive, but we're looking for more than that, and we don't want to lose our defensive solidity. That 12 goals in 14 games is a really good record, but then going forward we need more cohesion. We do feel like we need more composure on the ball, right pass at the right time, and then ultimately create the chances that we can finish. So be as solid as we are, being as competitive as we are, hard to beat. All of those qualities are really good. Build on those, see if we can get back to, being incisive in front of goal, because we've lost that in recent weeks.
It is a squad with some attacking options and some that maybe haven't featured as much recently, the likes of Aaron Drinnan and Tyrese Samatoy. Are they kind of on your mind going into this fixture?
Yeah, they are, definitely. But similarly, for the players that are playing, they can do better as well. We can create more for them. I do think it's more of a process thing rather than personnel, and I've got every confidence in the personnel that we have. We just need to maybe lift it, get the goal at the right time, can help us in terms of performance. We don't feel we've got to find much, but we have to be realistic and realise that we do need to find a bit going forward as well. That's important.
In terms of individual performances as well, as you mentioned there, there were players that seemed to be on fire at one point, like Theo Robinson and Harry Smith, that couldn't stop scoring. When you've got individual players that maybe fall out of form, how do you work with them on an individual basis to kind of get them back to where they were? It's
a process. We have to keep working at our process all of the time. We think that can improve for a start, and that's away from, as you say, any individual. It always is a combination with the forwards of obviously them creating their own chances, but us creating them good chances as well. The keeper's made good saves from Harry last week, 2 very, very good saves, and then we've had other incidents. Should Rule have had the penalty, etc., that there are those moments, but we feel overall our process needs to improve. That's what we can take responsibility for, and that's away from any one individual player. That's us as a team from back to front.
Defensively they've been very strong, and I believe it's 6 clean sheets in the league, but can that defence improve even more?
Yeah, you're always looking to improve it, but similarly, it's not something that you can just rely on a defence either, because if it gets like that, mentally it's too difficult. You have to have a way going forward that everybody believes in and believes that you can score, and that gives you something to defend and hold on to. That's my thoughts on it. So yes, there's individuals, there's opportunities from Elliot List that particularly down our left side we should have snuffed out, and we've looked at those and learnt from those, definitely, but also, it's going forward that we do feel we need to improve, and as a side we do work hard. We're hard to beat, we're competitive, we'll need all of those things. I don't want to lose any of those qualities, but similarly, our process going forward needs to improve as well. We have to be realistic enough to say that.
You mentioned Theo a minute ago. He started Saturday in that left wing back role. Is that something you can see maybe long term for him?
Yeah, maybe. I think anywhere down the left, depending on the combination of other players. And then there's 2 things with him. Well, one, us getting him the ball in the right areas. That's number one. And then him being reliable as well in the non-goal scoring areas. They're the things that I've talked to him about. It's situation where I thought he played one great ball with the outside of his left foot at Stevenage last week that Harry Smith nearly got on the end of, and then had one shooting opportunity on the edge of the box that he does usually bury. He just pulled slightly and it went out for a goal kick. So again, combination of him and us giving him a service in the right areas is something we need to improve on. But then let's say in his non-goal scoring areas, him being reliable in the process to build up that maybe somebody else may get a chance.
It's Hartlepool United on Saturday, having just been promoted. There wasn't a lot of time for them between the end of last season and this season, but they seem to have started very well, and they've been a tricky opponent for a lot of teams.
Yeah, they've started excellently, and as you say, the momentum at the club coming out of the National League is there, definitely. And for Dave Chandler, he's done an excellent job, and quite rightly, like a lot of sides at the moment, it's a tight league, isn't it? Looking at the league table, and it's still open, and it's certainly still open for them, so that they'll be chasing exactly the same goal as ourselves, which is to try to get into League One by the end of the season, and with the points total they've got so far, I'm sure they'll be looking to build on that as well.
And then just finally, this Saturday we're expecting a sellout at the Breyer Group Stadium. It should be fantastic support. How much can that help drive on the team?
It can. The link between the players and the supporters is such a vital one. It's our responsibility to produce a quality that gets the crowd behind us, and then they do respond at Leyton Orient very, very well. And again, as you say, a sellout crowd, and let's be fair, quite a special day, really, right the way across. But for us, and one we want to capitalise on with a good performance, and really get the crowd behind us by producing quality, passion, and at the right time, the decisive moments.